Hello everyone and welcome back to Fate Grand Order. It is December 31st when I'm recording this, and I have remembered that I need to finish Lost Belt 3 so I can play Enmate. So I'm gonna try to zoom through the rest of this in one day, recording-wise at least. And then I'll probably be putting up 2 videos a day during Enmate. One of Lost Belt 3 and one of Enmate. So, with that in mind, and I did, look into, what the upcoming fights are gonna entail a little bit. So, yeah. So who do I want to bring against Qin Liangyu? Because that's who this is going to be. How about Nero Bride? Yeah, hopefully this'll do it. Damn, all this fighting's even starting to wear me out. We have still succeeded. Now, we can now enter the city. Do keep your guard up. I expect we will encounter even greater resistance soon. Yup. This is Xianyang? There do appear to be people living here, but I never expected this. Are they playing? Huh? They're all painting pictures, singing songs, dancing. What the hell? They don't know there's a freaking war going on in their front yards? Ah, great. And now it seems we have automaton soldiers to deal with. Perhaps not. They do not seem to be particularly interested in us. It looks like they're telling the residents to evacuate. Hey, get out of my way! I need to finish this painting for most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor. These colors are sure to delight the emperor's senses. And I need to sing this song about our glorious emperor's greatest accomplishments. This melody is fit even for the emperor's divine ears. This is what gives our lives meaning. Why would you have us leave? Jesus, okay. Be reasonable. Remember, each and every one of your lives is truly precious to the Emperor. We can't risk putting your lives in danger. Now leave. You will be able to return soon enough. But I haven't finished my picture. And I haven't finished my sculpture. Heartbreaking, isn't it? The only thing they have to their names is a single bed in the basement. When they're not sleeping, they're working their fingers to the bone on monuments and murals 100 times more magnificent than anything they'll ever own. I hesitate to call them artists, but... Is this some kind of bad joke? Their only subject is Qin Shi Huang? That's not art, not by a damn sight. Entertaining each other has been a key aspect of culture as long as people have existed. But here, the only true person, which is to say, the sole audience for entertainment, is Qin Shi Huang and Qin Shi Huang alone. That's why the Emperor is the only subject of all the art these people create. Those who are deemed to have creative talent are gathered from countries all around the world and brought here to spend their lives creating art directly beneath the Pang Palace. That would mean artists who wish to entertain the masses, like Shakespeare, and artists who pursued the truth of the human condition, like Anderson, would never even be born here. Here, the very premise of culture itself could not be more different from that of proper human history. Right you are. Certainly Qin Shi Huang loves the people of the Empire, much like an owner loves their pets. In this history, all of mankind's vile arrogance is concentrated in Qin Shi Huang. And all that remains are these lifeless, worthless excuses for pets. This whole city is basically nothing more than a giant cat cafe, only with primates instead of felines. Wow. That's all I have to say. Just wow. As I've said many times before, I despise humans, but that doesn't mean I enjoy seeing them as livestock. Humans are supposed to be selfish and arrogant, following their desires wherever they take them. This spectacle, where they sing the praises of life without any real worries, is an affront to us beasts. Hey, she's glaring at us something fierce. If we don't attack first, the enemy will have the advantage. Are you sure you wish to hold back, Master? Let's wait for them to finish their evacuation. I'm surprised. I thought for sure you would ambush us while we had our hands full with the evacuation. True, this is in many respects an invasion. Our ideas of what this world should be could not possibly be more different. But we are not here to massacre your people, even if our actions ultimately lead to them ceasing to exist. Obviously, getting these people to safety is your top priority. But you know just as well as I do that Qin Huang would order you to kill them if there was even the slightest hint of suspicion that they were infected. Is that really a leader worth obeying? Yeah, you saw what that prick was willing to do to those supposedly treasured citizens. Yes, I did. My own hometown was once destroyed by a falling star just like that. Oh. I beg your pardon? Zhang Xianyang seduced my neighbors into thinking they could lead better lives if they founded their own nation. Once the emperor determined that they were no longer willing to obey, Qin Huang made the decision to drop a star upon their village, wiping them all out. And did Xianyang do anything to help them? No. He abandoned them without a second thought and wasted no time inciting people in another village to make up for the soldiers he'd lost. I have nothing but pity for the people who were led astray by his empty promises. They were driven to their deaths, all because they were deceived into believing such a charlatan could bring them happiness and deluded about another way of life. None of you could know what a tragedy it is for the people of this land to be robbed of their tranquility. Had it been possible, I would have been just as happy never having taken up the spear. All I ever wanted was to live with my family, tilling our land in peace. Qin Liangyu. The peace we enjoy now is only made possible by keeping people's worst tendencies dormant. That is the great feat, the blessing that most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor brought to the world. I will never forgive you for trying to rouse the people from that slumber. Now repent for your selfish misdeeds as this white ash spear pierces your throats. Okay. Crap. Hurry, don't go down yet. Man, this lost belt is so messed up. Leave Irie alone! Fine, whatever. Hey, Hessian Lobo. Okay, this should be enough to take out this first puppet soldier. So... Was that enough? Yes! Alright, cool. Now let's see how much Nero does. Man, it's been a while since the last time I used Nero Bride. I forgot how pretty her NP animation is. Alright, so what are these buffs she just gave herself? Decrease crit strength when attacked, and recover allies' HP when critically attacked. Alright, so let's try to get this other puppet down first. So close. I don't really have anything I can do for defense for that, so yeah. Got the puppet down at least. Oh, okay, did she just use her extra move? Alright then, here we go. And this'll maybe, hopefully, this turn will hopefully be enough to take her down. But then I'm gonna have to fight her again. But still, this first fight is going a lot smoother than I thought it would. Which makes me very nervous for the second fight. Not quite down yet. Getting there, getting there. Alright then, Melt, your turn. Although you're not going to be able to do much against her. Because you have disadvantage. But hey, it's better than nothing. It's better than a face card. Boom. So that is Qin Liangyu fight number 1. And here we go again. No Nero Bride showing up this time. Could try it with Okita. The enemy's on the ropes. We're almost there. No, I doubt this will be the end of it. They're very much in this for the long haul. Lady Qin Liangyu. Blah, wrong Qin. The Royal Guard has arrived to assist you. What would you have us do? The Royal Guard? If you're here, then who's protecting Apong Palace? Heavenly Emperor said we were no longer needed there. The Emperor ordered us to hold this line of defense for the sake of our nation. Your Imperial Majesty... Please, stop this, Qin Liangyu. Surely a warrior of your caliber must know when she is outmatched. Tell me, those of you who claim to be from proper human history, why do you threaten our world? It's what we must do to save our own world. So you want to set the world right? That's all you Confucians ever say. How should the world be then? What is this proper world of yours like? How does your world function when everyone has their own idea of how things should be while denying all the others? How many people lose their lives to the ravages of war each and every day? How many innocent lives end in senseless tragedy? Has all your bloodshed led to even one good thing in your world? Or just been an excuse for the next war? We fought hard for a world without war, a world where peace could truly endure forever. My husband, my brothers, all of them gave their lives while fighting to make that dream a reality. We, the people of this empire, had to build this world on their corpses. The peace this land now enjoys was paid for with the blood of soldiers who will never be granted respite in Mount Lee. And so I will defend it at all costs. I will not let your flowery words and false promises lead me astray. I believe in our way of life, in the happiness we fought so hard to obtain. I don't need any other countries. I don't need any other version of myself. Allow me to demonstrate for you that this other me you speak of and I are nothing alike at all. Man, lost belts really are something, huh? Alright, here we go. Sure hope this doesn't suck. Crap. Stop going for Irie first. Okay, so I have no idea if Qin Liangyu is single target or AoE, actually. So this next turn is going to be fun. Oh, she's still just using her extra attack for it. Huh. Okay, then. So that's the first HP bar down. Once again, going smoother than I was expecting. I hope I didn't speak too soon. Because honestly, if Okita goes down, this is gonna suddenly become a lot harder. Hey, Mash. Can you, like, tank a couple hits for me? Thanks. Okay. We're doing this. Ah. Okay. Yes! But the guts. Oh, okay, there we go. So that's Qin Liangyu out of the way. Which fight is next? Another mountain of corpses. Another ocean of blood. Every time someone waves the flag of so-called progress, that is all I ever see. I had hoped to never see this again. I wish I could have just stayed on Mount Li, frozen in slumber. Qin Liangyu. Your proper human history terrifies me. Our world truly achieved everlasting peace. It should have been the one to survive. But now it will just be another corpse you tread across on the way to your destination. Tell me, what sort of bloody future do you see past the mountain of bodies you're piling up? I guess there was no point in asking you that. The only one with that answer is the Emperor. In the end, all I ever did to bring about peace was take up my spear. I'm sorry. We have to. Come on, Cursor. Just keep moving. Don't worry about her. But you don't have the time or the energy to spare on her. Remember what it is you gotta do. Let's keep moving, Master. If we're going to find out Qin Shi Huang's true intentions, why the Emperor rules this lost belt, this history, in this way, then our only choice is to get a real audience. So, the enemy has made their way into Xianyang. I can't believe it. Then it is time for us to face Chaldea. This is not the end. They can never hope to conquer the Empire without first conquering us. Meanwhile, you need serve as our advisors no longer. Qin Liangyu has already given everything she has. So as of this moment, we are relieving both of you of duties. You have served us well. Your Imperial Majesty. I'm so sorry I couldn't win this battle for you, Your Imperial Majesty. I will atone for this with my life. Stop that, Han Xin. Your loss in this battle demonstrates your loyalty towards us admirably. What do you mean? Tell us, Han Xin. If we had ordered you to crush Chaldea, even if it meant destroying all of Xianyang, Surely you could have come up with at least a dozen viable plans. If you had been willing to stop at nothing, even the destruction of our nation, in order to secure victory, then you would certainly have prevailed. Are we wrong? And yet, that was a line you would not cross. That was your limit as a general. Be honest, did you not dream about devising strategies that would have rocked this nation to its core? I don't think that would be a path I'd want to go down. I mean, there's a good chance I still might have ended up going down it eventually, but still. Belated though this may be, we cannot help but feel a bit sorry for you. If you had ended up serving a different lord, you may have achieved even greater glory and recognition. Oh, I don't know about that. That way sounds like it would end in a pretty painful death. Lord Han Xin. Well, I guess I'll be taking my leave then. You don't mind if I just go by plain old Han Xin rather than a general of the Empire from now on, do you? We do not. Captain, would you keep an eye on him in his final moments, as one last favor to us? If that is what you wish, Your Imperial Majesty, then you are certain of this? We are. Worry not, we have this well in hand. Very well then, if you'll excuse me. And if I may, Your Imperial Majesty, I hope you can make the most of this opportunity. Oh yes, we expect we will finally have an opportunity to cut loose, as they say, for the first time in a very long time. Alright, everyone else is gone. If you have any manners at all, show yourself. And she was caught, of course. Well now, it would appear our suspicions about that strange Spirotron signal we detected were warranted. We take it you servant creatures are capable of moving about in your spirit forms, then? And you sent your bodyguards away anyway? Has the great Emperor gone senile in old age? Our scans did not detect any explosives. The closest thing to a weapon you appear to bear is that dagger. Tell us, how exactly do you plan to damage our holy vessel with that? I figured as long as I got close enough, the rest would work itself out. I wouldn't be an assassin if I didn't have at least that much resolve. Assassin. Ah, yes. We vaguely recall seeing you somewhere before. Ah, of course, this must be one of those alternate histories. How very strange. What, you're saying you forgot what I looked like up until now? We have been governing this world for 2,263 years. Just how many attempts do you think were made on our life? Even we cannot count all the times we have been threatened for the secret to our immortality alone. Did you truly think that you were our sworn enemy? That you were somehow special among all the other would-be assassins? Well, we will say that when you came along, we were still looking for immortality in all the wrong places. Thinking back on it now, I believe you may have even done us a favor by inadvertently putting us on the right track. We should consider rewarding you for that. Oh yeah? So what, you're gonna give me a medal or something? Now that you and your companions have made it all the way to Xianyang, we will honor you with a personal condemnation of your strange history. Wait, you're gonna lecture me? Now? Proper human history. What a pretentious name. You wear your arrogance in believing that yours is the only true course of events on your sleeve. In spite of this arrogance, you behave as if your actions are dictated by morality. Thus, we must convince you beyond all doubt which of our worlds is truly proper, as you would call it. Morality? Oh, so now you're going to tell me that this is the good, just, moral world. Where you hold all power, where you don't even let the tiniest seed of knowledge take root, and where you casually slaughter your citizens the instant they inconvenience you. You call that a good, moral world? Absolutely. No, Qin Shi Huang. What more glorious purpose could there be for the human race? You don't think of anyone, anywhere as human except yourself. You're quite correct. By concentrating this land's bounty in a single point, we have become the ultimate human. Has any one individual ever ascended to such heights in your so-called proper human history? Behold our great wall encircling the sky. Behold the great harvest produced by the land. What else could ever boast such greatness? Or who else? Humans in groups cannot accomplish anything. They are shackled by discord, by conflict, by contradictions. So there will be no humans, no groups. A Zhenren, a true human, shall have total reign over heaven and earth and unite the species. A Zhenren? Don't make me laugh. You call this bloated mechanical monstrosity of a body human. You believe the only human body is one of flesh and blood. That one's status as a person is contingent on whether they have 2 eyes, 4 limbs, 10 fingers. Utter drivel. The true measure of a human is responsibility. It lies in bearing responsibility for this world, its skies, lands, and oceans, and the lives of all who dwell within. Can those of you from proper human history choose which species will go extinct? Can you decide the amount of coal that will pollute your atmosphere? Can you prevent the polar ice caps from melting? Were you ever once successful at controlling your endless desires? We can do all of that, precisely because we are the sole arbiter of this world. Thus, we are human, for we bear all responsibility for this world on our shoulders alone. And now you're saying this regime you've set up here has made this world complete. You really believe that? We do. Huh, then you're a bigger fool than I thought. Being complete is just another way of saying done. This precious world of yours has no way forward. You're stuck with nowhere to go. Thanks to becoming a servant, I learned all sorts of things I could never have known in my own time. The future of humanity is all about possibility. I, and those who know me as a heroic spirit, have walked many distant worlds. You said to look at your great wall in the sky? I did. All I see is a monument to your so-called eternal empire's limitations. You said you built that wall in order to defend against threats from other stars? Talk about preposterous. True, they'd have no way of building something like that in proper human history's 21st century. But if they'd had the same resources at their disposal, you can bet they'd use them to explore beyond our world, not shut themselves away. Your argument reeks of sour grapes. I don't know why, that's just such a funny thing for them to say to me. I'll admit we're off to a slower start. Your empire may well have succeeded at hurrying its evolution along quicker than proper human history. But I'll also bet your world's never produced anything quite like this before. A cell phone. Yeah, I knew about this. What is this toy? If you think it's a toy, go ahead and scan it. You love analyzing stuff, right? What could possibly be so impressive about a simple rectangle? Huh? What the... It's an entire computer, and it fits in the palm of your hand. If you shrank down that absurdly large body of yours into components small enough to fit into this casing, could you even get close to this thing's performance? But so what? We commend your efforts in packing so much functionality into such a small device. But its processing power is still barely 1/1,000,000th of our own. Did I mention there are 4 billion just like it in proper human history? That seems like a low number. What? That's a personal device. Almost every human in proper human history has one. That's absurd. It is the very height of foolishness. You hand out processing power similar to our authority to the general public. Why do something so outrageous? Without anyone mitigating their desires, it is only a matter of time until they consume every resource on the planet. If that's all you think computers are good for, you're using yours all wrong. These things aren't generally used just as computers. Originally, they were just communication devices that were gradually redesigned with computing capability. Communication? You heard me. People share their opinions, pool their thoughts, and work together to achieve a common goal. This is just one more tool to help make that happen. People have always wanted better ways to communicate. They've never stopped looking for ways to reach mutual understanding and prosperity. That's how the humans of proper human history live their lives. Then, you are saying every one of the people in your world is a full human unto themselves. You're right about one thing. There's no end of quarrels and disagreements. I'm sure we're a long way off from uniting everyone under shared principles and ideals. Maybe we never will. Maybe humans will drive themselves to extinction or suck the planet dry. Even so, we aren't done yet. And it's because we're still incomplete that we are always striving to go further than ever before. In our world, people are always moving forward towards something better. They're not just stuck in one dead-end world that thinks it's a utopia. What you claim to strive for is no more than a pipe dream. You have no assurance you will ever truly attain what you see. Yeah, that's right. It's a dream. It could easily fade away if we're not careful. That's why we all hope for the same thing, that humanity can reach new heights no one has ever seen. People who hold that dream become heroic spirits and answer the summons of those who share that dream. That is what servants, the executors of the counterforce, really are. We're a sort of being that you'd never think to see in your eternal regime. We see. So this better world of yours rests upon nothing more than a roll of the dice, as it were. Reckless. Far too reckless. You balance the fate of the world on a tightrope. One misstep could destroy all. We could never permit this. Yeah, I bet you wouldn't. That's why we find ourselves at an impasse. One of us has to die, so the other can carry on guiding the Earth. Is that so? Tell us then, how do you propose to kill us with that plain, ordinary dagger? Every one of Epang Palace's defensive armaments is already trained on your person. You will not get one step out the door before you are simply disintegrated. You still don't get it, do you? Proper human history is light years ahead of you in terms of communications and data storage and access. And in our world, with all its conflict, any technology can be used as a weapon. Not that I'm proud of that. For example, did you know it's possible to poison a computer just by communicating with it? What? You... in that toy? Yes, you obviously wanted to have a lofty discussion about worldviews and philosophy, but I'm really just here to kill you. Even if I had to goad you into scanning this phone so you'd end up downloading the virus in it. I remember now. Your name is Jing Ke. That's right. It's been a long 2,200 years, but I'm finally going to finish this. Well done. Well done indeed. Is that... What? Yep. We commend you, Jing Ke. This time, we will be sure to remember your name. You are the only one to make us fear for our life, not once, but twice. Man, I can't believe this. I promised Cursor I'd make it back safe and everything. I knew I never should have pushed my luck quite so far. Maybe it's just my destiny to always choke right at the very end. You are wrong there, Jing Ke. Your heroic spirit's true worth lies in dying with a smile, even as you fail at what you set out to accomplish. Jing Ke. Okay. Assassin and Rider. Is this the old Lee fight? I think so. In which case... Wait, let me see... This one's probably better. I want something that gives sure hit or ignore invincible. Origin bullet should work. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to use them for support. No, that's not what I want. Where is the Taiga one? Here it is. Oh, okay. So I should actually give that to her. And then slap Origin Bullet on these guys. Alright, I hope this doesn't suck. And also, I hope I'm right that this is, in fact, the Old Li fight. Hey, you're sure the giant emperor up there isn't gonna just fall down and squish us, right? Now that you mention it, Qin Shi Huang has been surprisingly silent. I expected to have heard something by now. Was Jing Ke successful? I certainly hope so. If she had been, then we should have heard back from her by now. It is unfortunate we had no choice but to let her handle the Apang Palace on her own. So, where should we go about looking for this Fusang tree? I'm quite certain you'll find it in the treasury, but I recommend stopping by the Ministry of Technology first, especially as it's right on your way. But if you'd rather leave that fancy car of yours behind, be my guest. Ah! The Shadow Border! Well, it's no race car, but we have certainly been through a lot together. I only hope it's still in one piece. I'm not sure. It's very possible we'll find it completely disassembled and its components scattered across the floor. Hey, this concerns you too, Buster. Remember, we need the border if we're gonna get out of this lost belt. It is still in one piece! Hooray! Aha, now I see. Qin Shi Huang must be something of a perfectionist when it comes to puzzles. So that's why Qin Shi Huang took it apart and put it all together again perfectly. The Emperor had to be sure of understanding its inner workings. I bet Qin Shi Huang would be great at building models. Now that we've got the border back, we can't lose. Ah, this is great. It feels just like coming home again. It looks like there's a box here marked leftover screws. That does it! Qin Shi Huang is going down so hard. Oh man, she's breaking out her glasses. She must really mean business. Unfortunately, time's not on our side right now, so I'll have to do a full inspection and overhaul later. Now, let's get out of here. As long as the engine still works, we should be good to go. Huh. So you're the Chaldeans? This is a surprise. I expected a huge pack of muscular brutes. I never imagined a brat, a little girl, and a bunch of scrawny weaklings. Oh, if it isn't Han Xin. Long time no see. Han Xin? As in one of the Han Dynasty's 3 greatest heroes? So in this Lost Belt, he ended up serving the Qin Empire. Oh, I don't work for the Emperor anymore. In fact, I was just relieved of duty. There's no reason for us to fight. Ha! Did you really think I was going to just stand by and watch while you rode off into the sunset? Lord Chengong, that smile. Indeed, that's the same look Lord Lu Bu used to have when we were serving under him. I can practically smell the blood on you, you freaking creeper. I just want to wage war. What's it matter if there's a reason for it? Not to mention I've got a lot of help here, and none of them is ready to admit defeat. Ah. So come on, warriors of proper human history, let's do this thing. You, us, no restrictions, no holding back. Just good old war for war's sake. Ah, there's nothing more exciting than going up against impossibly strong enemies. I can't wait. I was unaware Mount Lee had generals like this slumbering there as well. And here Qin Liangyu only ever fought to preserve peace. Lady Liangyu? Oh, sure, she was great. I loved that whole pure and innocent thing. That shine wasn't gonna rub off after just being revived 2 or 3 times. Me, on the other hand, I've been waging wars for the Emperor since before that mechanical body. I crushed India, Egypt, Rome. I never saw the years of peace between. I was always kept on ice for those. Yeah, I bet you were. You're a freaking psycho. Nothing you'd do in peacetime but cause trouble. Everlasting peace is just a way of saying there's no more enemies to conquer. So I'm awfully glad you guys showed up. The last time I went back to Mount Lee, after I'd crushed the Aztecs, I didn't think I'd ever get to wake up again. Now, let me see what sort of messed up killing techniques you guys came up with in your disordered world where the Empire never existed. Once again, I have prepared the wrong team. Oops. But it should be fine, probably. Okay, I'll spare you from watching that disastrous first attempt. Gonna do that again with a team that is actually set up for it this time. Okita Alter, your turn. And, sure. Sure, yeah, let's go with that. And skip the cutscene, because I already saw it. Alright then. Oh, I should have switched her. Craft Essence. K-Scope would have been really good for this. But these evades. Yeah, this works. Okay then.
王の話をするとしよう。星のうちに物見の向こう、楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のに通るがいい。ガーデン・オブ・アバロン。無理、無限、無変。三個を束ねて無休となす。絶景無休三段。
Love her. Oh, I just realized I should have switched my mystic code too. Oops. You know, sometimes I make stupid decisions, and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. We'll see. Crap. We'll see which one of those times this turns out to be. Merlin went down already. Not good. Okay, let's do this, I think. Man, I've been relying pretty heavily on extra class servants recently, actually, but like, oh crap, I targeted the wrong one. Okay, that didn't turn out too bad. But yeah, no, I have kind of been relying a lot on extra class servants recently, but like, they're really good. And I finally actually have a variety I can choose from. Like, for a long time it was just Mash and BB. For a longer time it was just Mash. And now I have Mash, BB, 2 alter egos, 2 foreigners, and 3 Avengers. So, you know, now I finally have options.
ここに新たなるノリを敷く。これを賜す。
Wow, way overkill. Do I think I can take him? Oh yeah, Qin Huang's still got that crit thing up. So... Nice. Crap. Okay then. Yeah, I don't know if I can necessarily take this guy out. So target focus on mash. Just in case. Yeah. This looks bad. Okay, okay.
起きろ、煉獄。出番だ。ああ、そういうことか。人説を持つ。無辺の光を持つ。天命を断つ。絶剣無休三だ。
Oh, did that wipe them all out? Almost. Okay, 4 left. 4 left. 3 left. I can do this. I hope. Bad, 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 bad! Yeah, even if I take this guy down, she's not gonna survive this turn at this rate. Fine. Fine. Use the command seal now and say goodbye to my precious Saint Quartz later. Oh, good afternoon, Ella. Oh my goodness.
人説を待つ無限の光を持った天命を断つ絶剣無休三だ
Get down. Yeah.
魔人の陣は無尽切りの陣終わりだ英王煉獄
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
Okay then. Ella is begging me for attention. And also this video is, even with the stuff I cut out, probably going to be around an hour long, which is my usual time. Yeah. So that's going to be the end of this video. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not yet done so. Please tell your friends about my channel. If you enjoy it, maybe they'll enjoy it too. And my coffee link is in the description if you are so inclined. And yeah. And remember that Remember that the rest of this series is going to have been recorded in advance. So, yeah. I'll see you all next time.